Hello everyone, and welcome to an extra special episode of Cooking in Third Life, where we are bringing you a very colorful and special episode brought to reach a handout in acceptance. So, in honor of Pride Month, which is when this video is being recorded, we are going to be doing a very special episode, which is going to be very colorful and unique. And so, although we are going to be focusing on Smajor's death, I feel like we can do something extra special with it, which is add a little bit of a twist to it. I'm just going to be grabbing a ton of things that are differently colored as to kind of do something. I think, let's get some of these, because I feel like I wanted to just get a lot of color. Okay, we may have to, no. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to have to come back for that. But I am just going to take so many things, and we are just going to have a colorful platter, which honestly is going to be in resemblance to a Lego set. As you might have seen, the Lego group recently announced Everyone is Awesome, and that's kind of what I want to use as inspiration for this dish. So we are going to try and implement as many colors as we can. And hopefully do semi-good. Because I feel that we should have, even though this is I'm probably not the best person to be talking about, I feel like I still want to have at least kind of like a video for anybody who would be watching. You know, because not everybody has the same tastes, and each dish is supposed to be something special, and at least one of these videos should be like appealable to everyone. Well, not all of them, but like there should be a video for someone that kind of in some way is like special to them. So this is kind of going to be like the all-inclusive dish, which has like everything that someone could want. If you want to have some fruits, you've got the fruits. If you want the vegetables, you've got the vegetables. If you want some spice to kind of spruce up the dish, you've got that too. It's going to be like an all-inclusive meal, which is also a theme that we want to get across in this episode. It may not be that easy, considering I am in no means an expert, nor do I claim to be an expert on what I'm saying. I'm just basically saying gibberish at this point, because vocabulary has never been my strong point, nor will it ever be. So, welcome to Guy Talks on Internet, a show that makes absolutely no sense because the person running it is in many ways describable as a person who makes no sense. And that sentence didn't even make any sense, so it's perfectly in tune to this channel. So I don't know why someone might watch my channel, but it's there. It exists. And honestly, I will say these videos, although I haven't been making them recently because I've just fallen behind heavily on Third Life, have always just been a blast to make. Even though I have no clue what I'm doing half the time. Which is basically what happens whenever I do anything, really. Half the time I just get mysteriously lost like that. Like, honestly, I have no clue if that was just a lawnmower that just passed by over in the outside in the city over there. Or was it an airplane? I really cannot tell you. And like honestly, considering we're in a skyscraper, I do not even know how we are hearing what sounds like the sidewalk below. Like I could understand the cars and such, and like I don't understand how we are actually hearing those pedestrians. So, but as you can see, we've got a little bit of everything in there. Let's get a potato in there. Also, I don't like some of that is gonna be dried. Let's just deep fry these potatoes, because you know what? Sometimes you just feel like a deep fried potato. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but you kind of just feel like a deep fried potato. And I don't even know if that sentence made any sense. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Let's come back to those when they're probably burnt because I forgot about them. Also, is it just me, but this is like a really mesmerizing texture right here. There's just something about it which is just, it kind of feels like it should be ice cream rather than red cabbage, but I mean, I don't know, it's probably one of the best textures in this game. It's just so well done. It's just absolutely lovely. And also, I don't know if you know this about the game, but recently they added custom menu items, which is really nice. I don't know if I'm going to do something with that once this series is over, but I mean, you could request your own dish, and I could try and make it into a menu item, and then we could eventually have like a restaurant. And I think this stuff is burnt. Oh yeah, exactly what I wanted to happen. Yeah, let's just throw it in there. Yeah, and just that off to the side. Exactly what we needed to do. Honestly, although this is literally just a jumbled mess, it is actually just like, it's somehow just really pleasing to look at. See, that's basically how most people would describe humanity. It's somehow so just absurd that it's beautiful. It's like, there's like no reason how we should be able to thrive in like this chaos, and yet we do, and it's just wonderful. It's like, and this was even without an intention, and yet we just have this beautiful dish which has just come together and just formed a masterpiece. Honestly, that's kind of what just happens. We just accidentally create good times and stuff over here on this channel. Yeah. You know, everybody pitches in. We got a great community. And you know, it just looks good. You know, we may not know why we're here. We may have fallen asleep on the bus to get here. We may have just forgot that we were on a bus altogether. And I don't know why I'm referencing a bus. Oh yes, because that is the channel description. We have just ended up going somewhere because we forgot we were on a bus. Honestly, I feel like, okay, that was actually really cool. But you know, we got so much on this dish over here that honestly, it's just so many different people. Each one of these things is a different person. We've all managed to end up here on this plate, just finding it by ourselves, and we've just come together as a community to create a dish. There may only be a few of us at the moment, but you know, every time a new piece is added, we are just expanding the community, and eventually there will be so much of us that we will have multiple plates of people that are just categorized in subcategories because they just like the same thing. And you know, this may, to some people, be just a regular video of mine. To some, this might be a summarization of something that they decide to summarize it. Or for some, this can be just a wonderful work of art which we have crafted here today, on this lovely day. And whichever reason that is, we will all know by the end of this that we have done a spectacular thing. Because even though we may have our bad moments, we also have our good moments. And also this pumpkin has basically been diced to bits because knife just... Because the knife in this game is just absolutely amazing at cutting things. Except when it's not. Also, where's that mushroom? I kind of want to just add that mushroom in. Although we don't have everything here. That we still have just an amazing group of vegetables and fruits. But you know what we also have? We don't have any salt or pepper over here. What we do have is this. Okay, we need to find something that's good to... You know what? We don't even need any of these. We don't need any of these fancy, schmancy spices and seasonings. Because this is already great as is. We have reached perfection already. And honestly, that is also how I would describe Smajor's videos. They were good on their own. They didn't need any support. Except when they got support, you know, when everybody came together in those videos, they were great. So it was a shame that he died, but he left behind this amazing dish, which on its surface, we don't even know what it is. But the journey of making it was all that mattered. And so we now, this amazing thing here, with some jalapenos, some pumpkin, we even got some broccoli and some red cabbage in there. We even have this extremely burnt potato. But you know, it's not about the burnt potato. Because the burnt potato is great. But you know, we've got so many other great things in here that you just can't single anything out because everything is great. And that's a series. Except it ended way too soon. And honestly, the fight for everybody to feel accepted is also not over. We got to work together to not only strengthen the foundation that has already been set up, but we also have to build up from that. Because skyscrapers are not built in a day. We may be in one right now. But you know, the skyscraper towards everybody feeling accepted and towards feeling like they truly are a part of something bigger. Because not everybody feels that way. We may have some people that feel that way, but there are also those who feel like they have been rejected, and that's not okay. We have to help those people. Because they're not the problem. It's the people that are being way too negative. And although you could just say that I'm just trying to de-escalate the situation, but honestly, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Honestly, there was an attempt to make this stand upright, and I kind of failed at it. Like, honestly, there are much better people that can explain this to you. But honestly, what you should have learned from this episode is that a community can withstand even... Oh, well, they can't always withstand everything. They kind of fall apart. But, you know, we can pick them back up. We can bring them back. You know, just because someone fell on the floor and the plate broke does not mean we can't come back, retrace our steps, and all come back together. Just because we lost a few apples, they fell to the floor, and they changed, doesn't mean they changed for the worse. They can still be brought back, and you know, they can put their negative emotions aside. We can come back and become a big happy family once again. And that's kind of the message that I want to bring back. Humanity is like a family. Sometimes we fight, Sometimes we go apart, take our separate ways, but then we come back. Sometimes we are way different. But the family tries to stick together. We try to help one another. Sometimes we don't always agree on everything. But sometimes we do. And then we bring together our ideas, and then we form something beautiful, like this dish over here. The plate may be broken, but the dish is still fine. And that's what we should strive to be. A complete dish, a happy family. Even if we're not all directly a family. Just interpret my words as you want. Because in the end, everybody takes their own path. But that doesn't mean we can't all be a family. Thanks for watching. And I hope you enjoyed. Also, why does that lawnmower or airplane keep coming back? I understand that they have to have some background noise because I don't want to play the radio. But sheesh, that kind of keeps ruining the moment. But I really hope you did enjoy this very special episode.